So, we're now live for those who are joining me today for today's podcast, and it is a very unique podcast today. So, I have Valley Ranger Gaming, who is, as many of you know, my co-host for this. My name is on the bottom of the stream, along with the name of the podcast slash stream. We're going to be touching on many topics today, but ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome a veteran of Fallout 76 and former employee of Dr. CJ Martin, Silent Gamer.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate
My
it.
pleasure. So, would you care to tell everybody your original name, or are you aiming to keep that to yourself?
Nope, I'm going to let people know who I am. My original name was Alucard Knights. I was one of the top farmers for Dr. C.J. Martin.
You also
I
worked for his security forces at one point, correct?
at one point, and then it went to one of the raiders, who is no longer in the game anymore due to a bunch of
Reasons.
BS. I'm not gonna
Yeah, let's not
bring
get
up
into
into
that
this.
just now. We'll get into
Yeah,
that in a bit. So,
that's something I don't want to get into, actually, to be honest.
well, I hate to say it, but BS is kind of blowing up at the minute. But moving on. So, if you don't, which would you prefer me to call you by?
Um, the name that I go by right now, which is Silent Gamer.
All right. So, Silent, uh, what exactly, pray tell, brought you back to this game of ours? This lovely little shithole wasteland.
Well, I've been gone for a few seasons now due to issues with somebody who worked for Dr. C.J. Martin as well. I am not going to give out names though, because that is in the past. I came back because a lot of people were missing the videos that I was doing, especially with my turret camp, which there are a couple of videos of me griefing other players, but what people don't know is that we actually went and rebuilt those camps
Mm.
because it was all fun and games. We also dropped off like a bunch of stuff to the people. They were actually pretty cool about it. Um, there are a few reasons why I'm back. You being one of them. You showed me the Nuka World, and it's like, holy shit, I'm coming back for this shit.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, good.
And the other reason why I'm back is because I've had people message me that use legacy weapons saying that they are being bullied and harassed by a certain
Well, we'll get
Fallout
into
70.
that more. We'll get into that more in just a little
Mm,
bit. So,
yeah.
how has things been since moving to Twitch? You used to be on YouTube, so how's things going over on Twitch?
Well, I have a nice gaming PC. Um, I went from Fallout 76 to Diablo 2 Resurrected on the PS4. Now I'm on PC.
Hmm.
I'm in a very nice community for Diablo. I got affiliated a couple of months back. I'm
Nice.
almost at 120 followers as of yesterday, and it's going good. I'm doing a lot of like Diablo giveaways, and hopefully I can start doing Fallout ones again like I
Again,
used to.
yeah, those were quite interesting. I'll give you that. So, um, to come full circle, though, to what you said a few minutes ago, the Enclave armed forces and their griefing, harassing, and otherwise mass reporting of players. What's your opinion on that?
Well, that's the other reason why I came back. Um, they are they were a decent group,
They
and
they
then I
were,
hear
yeah,
that,
I can concur
and
with that.
then and then I hear that people that use legacies, and there are some new players that are like not even like half a year old that were given legacies to help them like level up and farm, do queen
Yeah,
fights and shit.
and
They're getting
they're getting
bullied,
crap and stuff. Yeah,
nuked. Yeah, they're getting bullied, they're getting their camps nuked, they're getting harassed off of servers.
They're getting reported to Bethesda in mass report waves. If you folks have not seen my previous video done yesterday, declaration, I strongly recommend you go and watch that. We provide evidence from the EAF themselves that they are doing this. And here's the kicker for you, Silent. To quote them, we do not see harassing players with legacies who are PvPing or whatever as harassment and griefing.
That's bullshit.
Oh, here's another one. We're supported and backed by Bethesda. We've been given the green light to do this by the developers. What's your response to that?
No, they haven't, because I'm in the Bethesda Discord where half of the developers and everybody else is in, and as soon as I mentioned that group, they had a few choice words to say about them, and it wasn't friendly.
So Bethesda is actively against this group because they keep getting, obviously, Bethesda dragged into this.
Yeah, they do not have permission from Bethesda to harass cyberbully, because that's what they're technically doing.
Cyberbully, mass report, harass. Yeah, they're being, would you say, tyrannical?
They're being, pardon my language, they're being fucking assholes, especially the damn leader.
General Grey Fox, yeah, I remember him back before he was called General Grey Fox. He used to be a colonel. Grey Fox, you know me, dude, I kicked your ass once. Don't make it happen again, bro. Come on. I am going to say it in stream. To any member of the EAF who might stumble onto this stream, I am open to negotiation. But you have to stop with following that unconscionable order to bully, to harass, to mass report people who aren't really a threat to the game. Legacies are being removed. You don't need to be doing that anymore. I can understand if you're going after armor stackers, because they are cheating. Damage stackers are also cheating. But come on, guys. There's a fine limit to it here. Come on.
That's an understatement to a fine limit, to be honest.
The understatement of the decade. So,
yeah, big understatement.
If you don't mind me asking, have you ever seen Enclave groups do this before?
One group, but that's because there was one group, but he basically took back command of his own group, and he's doing a lot better. He's more into the whole roleplay aspect.
You're referring to President Dash, I assume.
Yes, I'm referring to President Dash.
Yeah,
He's been
no,
doing
I've got quite a few things to say about that fellow. Now, don't get me wrong. He has changed. I will give credit where credit is due, but when I first met him, he was like me to many people, but to me it was your stereotypical Enclave asshole who has that mightier-than-thou complex that a lot of Enclave groups that I have personally witnessed have had. Now, you have current connections with Dash, right?
I still talk to Dash. I see how he's doing. Since he is like in school, I think he's in college now, if I'm not mistaken.
So, would you care to give the viewers a more up-to-date image of President Dash from your experience?
What I've hearing and seeing, he's actually been a decent person. Like, he's getting his group back, like the roleplay aspect, which is what he originally wanted to do. And it's just good to see him, like, actually enjoying the game.
That's good to hear. So, here's a question. Have you ever heard the name Commander Anger around?
Oh, that piece of shit? Yeah.
Yeah, there's another Enclave guy that everybody knows. Fucking, yeah, that neo-Nazi, homophobic, absolute piece of shit. Get this. He admitted to my face that in Nuclear Winter, he had a blueprint of one of the large concrete walls with a SWAT sticker built onto it. Yeah, no. If Commander Anger views this, fuck you, dude. Fucking piece of shit. That's all I'm gonna say. If I say any more,
I don't even
I'll
think
get
he
in legal
plays.
trouble. If I say more than that, I'll get in legal trouble because my actual opinions is, well, we all know what Hitler did, and you
And
know what I'm
Jeez.
gonna imply by that. I'm gonna leave it
Commander
there.
Anchor, if you listen to this, we all know why you got kicked out of the military.
Look, at the end of the day, right? What happened in his IRL is not our concern.
Yeah, no, it's
The
what he
guy
did
got
in.
found out by the US military and he got kicked out. Good. But beyond that, his life is his own. But here's the thing, right? I've been accused of being a scammer. Can you believe that? Silent.
Oh yeah, no,
Me.
I was around. I was around for that. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I only usually trade with you or one of Doc's certified staff?
Yeah, and if there was somebody that you were very questionable about, you had me check all the scammer lists, and I usually did the trades for you because
Hmm.
my name was well known as a person that you can trust. Until certain people like selling my name, I'm not going to name names because
No, but that's a he said, she said at this point, my friend. They've made the
yeah.
same accusations back. But yeah, I get what you're saying there. So, in terms of the Enclave Armed Forces, what do you feel the community should do about this? Because personally, I'm not the only one who's declaring war against this. So what is your opinion on this?
Oh, that's quite simple. Gray Fox, like, I hope you are watching this or you're going to watch this down the road. I'm coming for you. And this is a grudge that I've been holding for a very long time.
Would you care to tell everybody why you've held this grudge and who it was against initially that this all started with?
Okay, this all started when he accused a certain wasteland doctor, Dr. C.J. Martin, of being a duper.
That's utter bullshit. I can
And
actually
then,
state real fast. I can actually state I have witnessed Doc and I have seen every day the man gets donations of like 700 to 7,000 different chems. Like he was getting donations. Whether or not they were duped, we don't know. We cannot confirm. But the accusation that Doc was doing it and his staff were doing it is utter bullshit. But please proceed. Silent.
yeah, like, and then he literally was going around telling people in his group, don't buy from Dr. C.J. Martin. He tried to do that with the 5-0. The 5-0 basically laughed at him. We all know this too. Because a lot of our donations that we got, we actually donated to the 5-0 because they were doing the exact same thing that Doc was doing. Because they originally started because of Dr. C.J. Martin. And I love the 5-0. The 5-0 is a great group, great role-playing group. They're the best.
Well, I've
And
got to touch on this real fast. I've heard some pretty unsettling rumours around the 5-0 where apparently some of their members are griefing and harassing. Now, I can't confirm this, I've no evidence of this, but I have heard it from multiple sources, which is why I'm going to bring it to you here, because you seem to have connection to them. But allegedly, members of their organisation are griefing and harassing. What do you say to that?
um, there are a few members of 5-0 that I do speak to,
Hmm.
and I can honestly tell you right now, none of them do that.
So none of the ones that you have personally spoke to have done that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the people, like, I can personally stake the name of Dr. C.J. Martin that 5-0 does not do that type of shit.
And anyone that does, do they have a contingency in place to deal with that?
I hope they do. I hope they kick them the fuck out. I hope
Hmm.
they blacklist them.
So moving back to General Grey Fox and your grudge. Um, let's resume that.
Okay, so like after he accused Doc of of being a duper, he went around trying to make it so that nobody would buy from him, and it backfired. It really backfired, and I think the reason why he thought that Doc was duping is because there was me, the Shadow Man, Rainbow Brat, another person by Clink who is part of 5-0, Shadow Man who's a part of 5-0. We were the best farmers. Then we had Miss Fiddle, who was an excellent farmer, and she had her own group. I had my own little hunters group. And because we modified all of Doc's routes to get the best yield out of everything, we were returning back with like thousands of chems almost every couple of days to every week
Hmm.
between
They
each of
they made
us.
this stupid assumption of let's jump to a conclusion they're duping.
Yeah, like, okay, I can honestly say, yes, we have received dupe goods, but the goods that we have received, and we know that, yes, they are duped, we handed those out for free to new players.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I've seen that happen.
Hell, you've seen me craft almost like 4K stem packs and after me farming for 3 days. That was fun. I couldn't walk.
Yeah, no, you were walking
I
around like
had
you
the
shot
dock walk.
yourself.
Yeah, I had the dock walk going. But that grudge has never left me, and Doc has personally asked me just to let it go. But since he hasn't been on for over a year now because he quit the game because of
Reasons.
reasons I am not gonna say because it's for him to say only.
Yeah, it
But
is.
ever since he left, and all I've been hearing ever since then is just bad shit about him. That
Doc was
urge of wanting to
Doc,
get
Doc was
payback.
one of the people that I've got to defend because the man went out of his way to just make this game way more enjoyable when it was a buggy, steaming pile of shit.
Oh, hands down.
Like I encountered a lot of my good Brotherhood soldiers due to that.
I've met a lot of good people, and when I left, um, it actually it actually hurt a lot of gamers when I left because they were still buying stuff off of me. Yeah, it would take a lot more time because I was solo farming and I didn't have my group with me, but they stuck with me. And I was getting messages for months asking me to come back. I was even said, "Hey, we will hook you up with full PvP gear, legacies, anything you need. We want you to back farming." And I told them I was done because of one stupid person.
And who was that person?
I'm not going to say the name because that is the past. And I promised a few people that I wouldn't bring it up.
Was he part of a group in particular or solo?
Um, a particular group, but I'm not blaming the group. I'm only blaming him.
Him. Okay, fair enough. So,
But if it wasn't for you, and a few other people showing me Nuka World and asking me just even, I had a few people say just come on for a month.
mm,
It's been almost a month now. I am still here. I am not leaving.
no, you're having way too much fun. So,
I'm having way too much fun.
so
But for Gray Fox,
to any enclave that are not EAF that are watching this, do you have a message for them?
to any Enclave members out there, don't be like Gray Fox. Please. Do what's the best for the community of this game. Keep this game going strong. Help out new players. Show them the ropes of the game.
Show them right from wrong. Educate them. Don't report them and get them banned.
And this is going for all groups, Raider groups, Brotherhood, Responder groups, Enclave groups, groups that aren't even affiliated to Fallout, that are just like fun little roleplay groups.
Mm.
Follow in the steps of Dr. C.J. Martin. Be friendly to people. Help them out.
Make
Good
the
karma
game feel
always.
like a community, because that's what we are.
Yeah, we're basically a family. But for the EAF, this is a message for the EAF and for Gray Fox. You guys need to change your shit.
I think
I'm a solo
I'm going to say
player.
this, my friend. I'm going to cut you here a minute, because I'm going to say this. It's too late for them to cut their shit. Either Gray Fox puts it on his website that they are sorry for getting the new players who didn't know banned, and they publicly countermand the order that they gave out via that website, via their Instagram, Twitter, all of it, and they put it all out there, and they remove this tyrannical general. Peace is not an option. This has to stop.
Honestly, it does because it's bullshit. Like I'm a solo player. EAF, these guys are fucked. I will solo your whole fucking group. I'm
He
coming
will.
for you.
He will. I've seen him do it before. He will. With that being said, like I had a load of the community that was going for me, like they're going, like a lot of us are going for Grey Fox now. And my advice to Grey Fox is, you need to sit down with somebody like me. You need to be held in a wasteland court for what you have done wrong, and you need to accept that people are angry at you. You've got to acknowledge the wrongs you've done. That's the first step to recovering from what you've done, dude, because otherwise you ain't getting out of this with your group intact. I know too many groups that are after you that were after me because they are outraged at you. Now, granted, you know, the EASC survived everything because at the end of the day, and I'm not going to say more than this, and I don't exactly intend on sharing what was shown to me in confidence, but one of the chief prosecutors had, she had been proven to be, let's just say, somebody into doing something with kids that's highly illegal, and leave it at that. And the entire case was thrown out by the judge and the other factions involved, including Lopez, Inferno, and Arcan Angel. So to anybody out there claiming I have no right to claim my eldership, bite my fucking ass. I'll take you too. I'll fight you and the EAF at the same time. I got balls.
Yeah, I
Fuck
almost choked
you.
on my water, man.
And fuck your opinion. Sorry, I'm laughing at you choking on water.
Like, and
But there's
like,
another question for you. What's your opinion on that? People making wild accusations that I am not a representative of the Brotherhood side of the fandom.
well, if that's the case, then what about all the other players that are elders then? That are paladins, that are role playing as Brotherhood.
That have done things like I have done that have then turned it around. What about them?
Yeah, like what? Like, are they not real Brotherhood? What the fuck are you thinking, man?
Yeah, the big question here is, who the fuck do you think you are?
Like, if you can keep your group to a Brotherhood standard, like I've seen you do, like you go on patrols and everything else. I know groups that go on patrols, patrol certain areas. You see a low level, you help out the low level get to the area that they need. I've witnessed that. And hell, you've even taken almost the same route that Dr. C.J. Martin has.
Well, that's what I always tried to do from the get-go, and let me explain what I mean by that. So, back when we first met, you said I was one of the most annoying assholes you ever met because I rubbed you wrong, but at the same time, there was more to it than that. Would you elaborate?
Oh shit, man, we were at each other's throats for like how long? Almost a year? And then after a while, we actually started becoming friends because I seen what you were trying to do.
Yeah, you realized, hey, this guy's actually just trying to roleplay. He's coming off as an asshole, but it's roleplay. He's doing dark, but Brotherhood. And, you know, I will admit, I will hold my hands up, we were more isolationist than we are now. And it caused a mindset of it's us versus the people of Appalachia. Because we had a bad run. I'll be open with the gates here. We had a bad run in the first year, into the second, and even part way into the third, where we were attacked just because of the sigil that you can see on the wall behind me, that you can see on the round table that I wear with pride. We were attacked for our beliefs and our choice to believe in the Brotherhood of Steel. And you know, it's rubbed me wrong. And it really did fucking rub me wrong. Like, we were isolationist and hostile because so many other members of the community, be they Free States, Enclave, or otherwise, had attacked us just because we wore an insignia and a uniform. It didn't even have to be other factions. We were shot at by everyday Joes. And the one person who started to break that iceberg was Dr. C.J. Martin himself. Now, I will give credit, Austin Warpop, if you find this dude. You helped me more than many other people. You helped me realise I'd lost sight of the big picture. I'd lost sight of what was most important. So, to the people like Doc, like you, Silent, as well, I will give credit to you, dude. Thank you to everyone who helped me realise that I'd lost sight of the big picture and helped bring me back from that brink of utterly fucking myself up. Thank you to you people. You all know who you are. The silent ones who'll be watching this, who've stood by me in my chapter through thick, through thin, and hell and high water. My eternal gratitude will never, ever be put into words because I can't. But to grey folks, I have to come around, dude. You've got to pull your head out of your arse. You've got to unfuck yourself. This has to stop, and it has to stop now. There are, I can name 5 groups, leaders, who have pledged to stop you. Lopez Inferno has openly said he wants a fight. And, you know, there's other leaders. I'm not going to name names. But there are other leaders that are openly hostile to this. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I got approached last video and right after the video, and I did an exclusive tour of the location I was using for that video with the guy. But he came to me and said, hey, we've seen your video, we want to help. We'll bring soldiers for free to your side because we agree with you, and we're open to do business with you. And I said, yeah, what do you want in exchange for what you're offering? He said, caps at a fair price. Ammo will be, regardless of type, at a cap, a bullet. And they throw more ammo in as extra if you buy in large bulk. So credit to that guy. Because, yeah, dude, your business model is perfect. I'll give credit there, man. But, like...
Well, it's good to... it's literally good to see that people are willing to help you out, especially the one name that you mentioned that I...
well, again,
you don't
have to go into that.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into that, but... I can honestly see he is changing just a wee bit. He's not a total asshole anymore.
Now, what if I told you that the EAF has not only been harassing players and attacking players in game, they've also been slandering another person who goes by the Instagram name Control Station Enclave. They've been slandering his PSN name because he's friends with Lopez. No other reason than he's friends with Lopez.
So I could say something about that right now. In the past, Lopez has given himself a really bad name and a bad rep.
But does that mean that people should be judging other people for being friends with him?
No.
In your opinion, should they be slandering and accusing these people of being scammers and other horrible things?
No.
See, this is what I mean, folks, by the EAF is showing the true face of the Enclave. Because I've seen so many bad Enclave groups that I'm genuinely surprised when I find a good one. And I feel bad for the good Enclave groups, because you guys are the minority. You guys don't have the numbers the EAF have, but you should. Because groups that are doing the right thing, that are Enclave, your name is immediately wiped into the mud pit because you have Enclave in it, like the EAF.
True.
And,
Like,
it's sad. But I'll let you get your thoughts in on this.
all right, like, and this is gonna sound funny, but because I've been a solo player my whole entire time, except for when I was with Doc, and I was a PvPer back then, and I would fight anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter who you were or anything else. If the fight was good, I would say, "Yo, good fight." Now, everything's like changed, and it's really bad.
Hmm.
Oh,
I've
here we
just
go.
actually got a question here that's aimed at me, I'm pretty sure. But you don't. I know who you're hanging around with, and I've heard rumours that you've been doxing people. Yeah, no, we're not associating with you, sorry. Unless you can
Oh,
prove that you
jeez.
don't dox people, dude. I'm sorry, but we're not going to associate with you.
Oh, damn, that was quick.
Mm. Yeah. So, to give concept to this, for those not knowing, the guy who's asked the question, he hangs around somebody by the name of the Lady Ghoul.
Oh, I remember. I
Yeah,
remember Lady
yeah,
Ghoul.
she was harassing Doc at one point, I'm pretty sure.
Um, yes and no. Lady Ghoul does was doing a lot of roleplay back in the day. Um,
Well,
but
if I may
she
interject
never
here, whenever
really.
I encountered her, she was extremely aggressive, and just genuinely was toxic towards me, and I was toxic in response because obviously isolationist mindset. It didn't,
Yeah.
it didn't go over well because it wouldn't. So, oh, he's made a response here, but I'll let you make a statement while I read
Yeah.
this.
So this is the thing, right? When I was farming for Doc, I was one of his employees. We had everybody, and everybody knew the one rule: you don't start shit at the clinic. I don't care if you and another faction group were at war. When you come to the clinic, everybody was friendly
Yeah,
to one another.
the violence stays at the door. You do not take it in the clinic. Because I was told that the first day I arrived, and I was chill with it. Sadly, I never got to do an interview with Doc, and I really wanted to. Try to talk to him about that at some point, but he's gone now. Alas,
Yeah,
he was one of the greatest assets this community had.
he's gone, but there are still people that still do the same shit that he does right now. Me, I am slowly but surely building up my character. I'm level 207 right now. I've only been back for a month. I have three meals going, plus my main character, which is this one. I'm gonna have a fourth meal soon. I have a nice stock load of chems and stem packs that I've been farming for like the last 3 weeks. And soon I'm gonna start opening up my shop. I'm gonna have a secondary camp, and it's gonna be a little first aid stand,
Do not
basically.
attack the store. Do not start shit at the store. Same rules as on the dock.
Yeah, same rules as Doc, man. If you
Peace.
come
No
friendly.
violence.
No violence. As soon as you start shooting, my shop goes away, and you're shit out of luck. Plain and simple.
So to respond to the individual, he has stated he hasn't talked to them in a while, and he's asking who did he do that to? It's not who you did it to. The statement has come from many people, Ghoul included. I've heard Ghoul has said that you did it for her to some people. So again, just because you haven't been on, as you claim, doesn't hold water, really, dude. The allegation is there. But let's move on to some more conversation. Silent.
Oh yeah, for sure,
For
man.
those who've just joined the stream, would you go over again your original name when you worked for Dark?
My original name is Alucard Knights, and I would have to say probably top 3 or 4, because there was literally a few
The,
people. It was
mm,
Doc, and then there was 2 people on his left, 2 people on his right, and basically we were the ones that kept them going, plus all the volunteers that helped out and everything else.
so
And
Valley Ranger, I need to interject here. Sorry, Valley Ranger. What's your opinion on the EAF's slander, harassment, etc., etc.? Because you haven't spoken this entire time.
I have done so out of respect for our guest here. Uh, I find that the harassment is by far one of the most egregious actions that have occurred in this game since I believe, what was it again? It was something revolving nuclear winter. I can't remember. I forgot the last time we had a big harassment thing.
No, this is revolving around the EAF, not other groups. Please stick
Yeah,
to the
but
topic.
their 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 harassment is something we haven't seen in years. Like this level of harassment, and it is unjust that they choose to take the developers and basically say,
Drag the
"Hey, look
dev's
at
name
me.
through the mud, yeah. Yeah, that's
I
bad.
get it. I get it. We don't like the devs that much, but sheesh, not exactly a good thing."
yeah, it really isn't, to be honest. Like, to me, I find it bullshit that they're doing that.
Well, I'm infuriated. I know quite a lot of other people are infuriated as well. Um, this is unacceptable, really. It's not okay for people to be doing this. And, it really isn't. Like, it doesn't matter what your misguided justification is, Grey Fox, because apparently I can rally quite a bit of the community, and I'm not the only one doing it. Like Silent here has said, you've gone too far, you've fucked up. Now you're going to reap what you sowed. You've sowed chaos and discord, and it's going to bite you in the ass. If I see any of your people and they come to me without a uniform on, I'll leave them alone. They come anywhere near me in full gear, I'ma fucking light them up like a Christmas tree. Legacy or no, dude, I don't give a fuck. You guys have crossed the line because, as Silent has mentioned, there are noobs to the game who you've got banned, who didn't know that they were not supposed to have these weapons, who didn't understand that people have an issue with these weapons. So all you've gone and done is drive new players from the game because you're butthurt and salty about the fact that people have legacies and you don't agree with it. Well, newsflash. To repeat, the devs from their Discord, they are getting removed. And according to the PTS, from what I last saw, that is still the case. It was removed, and I haven't seen the legacy effect be put back in as of yet. So,
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I can clarify this right now. Because of me being on PC, I also have Fallout for PC, and I'm on the private test server.
is the legacies in or no?
So, my friend gave me 10 legacies. I transferred my character over. Out of all those 10 legacies, the exploding bullets has been removed from the weapon. They're not deleting the weapons, they are removing the exploding bullets from it. But the damage, the damage is still there. So
So
the
it seems
legacy
like the devs
weapons,
have failed again to fix the problem.
no, 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 the damage is there, but there's no splash damage from the exploding.
Ah, So
Yeah,
it's just like using a
they
regular laser,
removed
for
that
example.
star. They removed the star. I tested out the damage. I soloed a queen on PC, went to the private test servers, soloed a queen. It took me an extra 2 minutes to solo the queen with the weapon that used to be legacy. So, in a larger group, it's going to take a little bit longer, but people should still be able to get their hits in, like new players and everything else. I think what they're doing is like they screwed up. They should have handed us these weapons to begin with.
Well, according to the devs, we weren't supposed to get them to begin with. Lopez, I'm not joining you on SnowRunner. I don't even have the game.
Oh,
But
SnowRunner's fun, man. I played it.
according to the devs, we weren't supposed to actually get them in the first place. Apparently, people broke into the dev room and got them, or there was a bug causing them to drop that they didn't fix quick
Um,
enough. Now, my response to that is then, why have you waited till now to remove the effect? Why did you not do it sooner? Why did you not
oh,
try to fix this sooner?
I can answer you that question right now on why they weren't able to do it. In order for them to actually remove it, they would have had to shut the game down for a full year and refund everybody and rewrite all the code. So,
So how have they been able to fix it now while the game is still up?
they've been slowly but surely testing out new codes and everything else to rewrite over all the legacies that have dropped throughout the game. Before they stopped, they were able to put a stop to the dropping, but because of dupers and everything else, they were able to get mass duped and people were selling them on like for actual money or they were trading them and everything else, so they got out there like a lot of them did. This is them finally fixing the problem that they had without losing any money at all. But
Well,
apparently they did.
I've
They
already spoken to several people who've said they are leaving 76 in response to this, and they're Fallout first players. So they are
well,
losing money. The question is,
but I
how
don't
much?
understand why. I don't understand why. The weapons still do a significant amount of damage, and you can still use them for PvP. Like they are still going to be valued weapons. I don't understand why people are like so. Oh, actually, I can understand why people are in uproar. Hey, let's kill the queen in 30 seconds. That's why people are leaving because they can't like insta kill fucking everything. Pardon my language.
No, no, you're good. But that's a valid argument. But hold on. All of Reddit communities that Lopez is in know about the EAF doing Fallout Factions Reddit page and trading groups. So he's spreading the word of what they're doing to those who may not be aware. So to come full circle to the EAF, your days are numbered, guys. You've either gotta reject the order that is causing you so much harm, and it's in Brotherhood wording and in real life military wording, an unconscionable order, or you carry on down this path as blind yes men and you all get what's coming. Because I think I speak on behalf of a lot of players here when I say we're tired of people trying to dictate to us how to play a game we paid money for. So, to put it blunt, fuck off.
Yeah, I have to agree with Inferno on the whole VATS thing because my gun, like I said, I faced off against the guy with a legacy and I was critting him fucking hard. Like we went 20 and 20, and I'm a PvEer. Like the fact that
Well,
VATS crits are
here's a valid point that fits with this. So Lopez has just pointed out that when they fixed VATS, people cried, then they re-added the bugs on VATS, and VATS does more damage than Legacies.
yeah.
So people have bitched about VATS getting fixed, to the point where the devs put it back in, and now you use VAS and the legacy, is even more stupid. But the point is, they're fixing shit that doesn't need to be fixed. The EAF has to be held accountable by us, the community. And here's the thing, like, EAF, you're bitching about shit that isn't a fucking problem. What about photo mode glitches? What about all the other actual problems that we know exist? Like power armor stackers, damage stackers. What the fuck are you going to do about them, huh? The answer is, you won't admit this, but you do it yourselves, and we all know you do. We all know you do. So don't say you don't, because we all know you do. Because even if the majority of you don't, there is going to be a small minority that does. So you've no excuse. You've no justification for any of the shit you've been doing.
Oh, and just on a friendly note, hello, Inferno. So, speaking about the EAF, did you know that they have a bunch of loyalists that want to get into, like, to want to be full members? I ran into 3 of them that were holding certain power plants. So, of course, I'm not going to tell you who told me that they were loyalists. I got a private message saying, hey, you're on the EAF server. There's 4 loyalists here. They have the power plants. So I went and took over the power plants. And waited. And waited. And apparently they got the order saying not to engage with me. I was on a level 70 character, and these guys were over 200, and they were told not to engage with me for some god-awful reason. I don't know why.
Sounds like fear to me.
Well, no, because
Lopez has requested their gamer tags. I'm going to say no.
Hang on one
They
sec.
have a right to privacy until they join as full members of the EAF. At that point, well, you've signed your death warrant as far as I'm concerned. A lot of people hate the Brotherhood of Steel. They love the Enclave, and I don't understand why. I really don't. You done dying there, Valley? You good? Do I need to call 911 and get you an ambulance, bro?
I had to do like a
Just asthmatic.
friend knocked on my door.
It's all good.
I'm your local asthmatic space wizard here.
I get that reference.
Alright, but
like,
yeah, no, apparently there's a lot of these loyalists that are trying to get into being full members, and I think they're the farmers, to be honest. But one was decked out in full PvP gear, though.
So, Legacy as well, I'm assuming.
No,
That's
they
surprising.
did not have legacies. And to be honest, I actually wanted to see how good they were.
So, to come full circle to 2 Enclave members, for whatever reason, fan-wise, you support them. It's not really my thing. But if you actually look properly at the Brotherhood of Steel, you'll realise we are doing more good in lore-wise than the Enclave. So, if you're doing it because you believe they're the right thing and they're going to do the right thing, sorry to say the Lord doesn't agree with you. That's Fallout 2 and 3, and even New Vegas, because the Enclave remnants in there said they did some pretty horrible things to people. So the point is, you know, even your beloved New Vegas, what you worship because you can have Enclave armor and you can join the Enclave remnants for that battle at Hoover Dam, they don't deny that they were bad people, especially the scientist. He's trying to cure the Nightkin for fuck knows why. Shoot the fucking things. Abominations. Fucking shoot the bastards. To quote Ronald Reagan, kill the bastards. But yeah, like, Appalachia is not under threat from the Brotherhood of Steel, and any Brotherhood group that is a threat to Appalachia should be dealt with the same as we're dealing with the EAF. If you can't get them to stop by diplomatic means, then obviously they need to kick up the fucking arse until they get the message that they're doing something wrong. But here's the ultimate point, right? Driving players off the game because of their faction is not the intention, nor is it the answer, nor is saying, oh, all Brotherhood are evil, all Enclave are evil. My impression of the Enclave all being evil is because I've seen more evil groups of Enclave than I've ever seen good ones. So please do join this war against the EAF to prove me wrong. I invite you to prove me wrong. And one Enclave group has actually done it. One Enclave group has done exactly that. They've proven me wrong. They've joined under this banner of crusade against the tyranny that the EAF is doing. Enclave Frontier. You guys know who you are. I've heard that you guys are against the EAF. So, yeah, you've proven me wrong. Holy shit! There's 5 of them now. It's gone from 1 to 5. Holy shit.
Well,
Well, it turns out the Enclave might not be as evil as I thought. Shit.
I have backdoors into EAF servers just to... Oh, trust me. If...
Who's offering backdoors to the EAF? I want in. I need to kick Grey Fox in his no-no square. Yeah, I have metal toe-capped boots, and that's not counting my power armor. I'ma literally kick you in your dangly parts, which is your no-no square.
Yeah, I think you should let the Canadian deal with the other stupid Canadian.
It's the battle of the Canadians.
Yeah, it's the battle of the Canadians. Oh, the only thing is, I don't lie about stolen valor, though, unlike him.
Unlike who?
Grey Fox. He says he's military. I highly doubt he is, especially the way that he's acting.
Can I PvP? Yes, I can PvP. Doesn't mean that I'm perfect at PvP, but anyone who fucking knows me, anyone who actually fucking knows me knows I can PvP. I'm not as good as Lopez, but I can still fight, and you can ask Lopez that. Me and Lopez have banged heads. RCAC is dead. Yeah, no. Even I've got to admit, I haven't seen them around since just before Nuka World on tour. Used
Lopez,
to. Medic, you would have been at one point. I can't say the same now. And no, I haven't. And I know. No, I haven't, and I don't think anybody else has
either. Hang on one second. Lopez, I've actually seen RCAC online.
I'm going to say this to Medic here, right? Nobody's banged their head to anything. Like, I'm not sorry to say this to American viewers, but I'm not a dumb Floridian American who fucking decides to pick fights with everything and headbutt everything, including the fucking wall. So any American offended by that, my bad, but the shit that comes out of Florida is just that ridiculous. Who is Scotland?
They're saying you're Scottish.
Their Discord and PSN chats are dead RCA. I have recognized certain members in a couple of the servers I've been into.
Who's Scottish? Nobody in this stream is Scottish. Are you Scottish?
I'm not Scottish. I'm Canadian.
I'm British. I don't identify. There's anything other than that.
I
No, I'm not Scottish.
know.
I mean, if you really want me to be specific about my geographic country, I'm English.
I'm a
Northern
Jew.
English, to be specific. I have a little bit of Scottish, a little bit of Welsh, a good bit of German, hence me raging a lot. Done it, you know, I've got all three blood types that make you go absolutely batshit nuts. I'm not telling you which region, that's my personal fucking information, you twat.
I'm Jewish.
No, you're not. You bounce from one religion to another. One minute you're Catholic, next minute you're Jewish, next minute you're fucking Hindu. No, I'm not Scottish, you fucking donkey.
I bounce within the religion.
Oh my fucking god, this guy is officially a dumbass. Medic, I'm gonna call you this, dude. You need to get back on the short bus. If I'm born to England, and the majority of my family is born to England,
Medic,
that makes us English, you fucking donkey.
Dude,
Fucking Inferno.
I'm mentally
Medic,
retarded and I'm
take
gonna
your
tell
meds.
you, you're retarded.
Medic,
Oh my
take your
God.
meds. Yes.
Alright. I do have to cut this this short with you, but I am gonna say this one thing.
Guys, please
I
do
am
your
back on the-
conversation in your own time. We're almost at the hour mark, Silent.
Yep.
So we are
I'm
going to
just
be
gonna
wrapping
say
up
this.
shortly.
It is good to be back on the game. I will let you know so that you can let other people know when I have my little pop-up clinic up and running. It's going to be like a first aid stand. It's going to be a little cabin in the woods, basically.
Why don't you do one even better? Tent with all you need in it. Have a literal mobile clinic.
Actually, I could do a mobile clinic.
Because
I
then you can
still
just pop
have...
up wherever you need to.
True. That shouldn't take me that long to build. And I would have to get a third camp slot, which I don't mind actually doing. I can do that in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but medic, dude, I'm gonna be honest here, right? Like, I don't like being called a nationality that I'm not. I find it offensive to them, not myself. As for making moves against the EAF, way ahead of you. I'm already in talks with several communities about supplies. So, yeah, Grey Fox. Consider this confirmation. As far as we're concerned, we are at war with you and your group. So, there you go.
Yeah, Grey Fox, you fucked up, man. Big time. Especially if I supply chems to a lot of these people, you're definitely fucked.
Here's the worst part, though. I let it go when you first told me that he was slandering Doc. I let that go, as Doc asked. So the fact that he's still going and he's slandering other people now, including Instagram user Control Station Enclave, I'm actually pissed. To bring up, though, another topic on the EAF, anybody who is confronting the Enclave armed forcing... Hang on, let me finish here. I'll answer that. Anyone who was slandering... Doc will be brought up in a minute, but to... Fuck, I've lost my train of thought. Give me a second. Right, so, the EAF have... Yes, they've slandered Doc, but they've gone further. They have slandered other users. If you're confronting the EAF about their actions, they will block you on their website. They will block you on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They are blocking anyone confronting them about this. Caveman. I remember Caveman. Yeah, no, let's not talk about that, dude. Yeah, no, yeah, no, these guys were, like, Silent, refresh everybody, on what the EAF did to Dr. CJ Martin, if you please.
Alright, just give me 1 second. Okay, so, Medic and, Lopez, I'm gonna let you guys know who I am. Lopez, you probably know my name because I had issues with you for a while now. Uh, it's Alucard Knights, by the way. So, Medic, 2 years ago, Gray Fox accused Doc of being a duper. He accused everybody in the group that all of his stuff was duped, nothing was donated. And I was told to hold off and not do anything about it. Now that Doc's not here, I'm finally going to do something about it because I heard that the EAF was griefing people for using legacies, new players, harassing players, cyberbullying. And if it wasn't for Horrigan showing me Nuka World, I wouldn't be back. And not even a week after me coming back in, had all this like evidence dumped in front of me. So I said, "Fuck it, EAF, you can suck my dick. I'm coming after you. Gray Fox, you're my target. I will go after every single frickin' person you have, one at a time."
I need to say this here, right? If anybody else has evidence to expose the EAF, please do provide it to me. If you want to remain anonymous, I will do that. If you don't, I will give you full credit for where it's come from.
Yeah, like everybody in the community knows that Doc was not a dude. And trust me, there were raider groups that wanted to destroy EAF like instantly, but because Doc said not to, everybody backed off. Doc's gone. EAF's free game now. I don't even think they're part of 5.0 anymore, which means they are free game for me.
Gents, hear me out, right? Medic is where I got proof that they're blocking people on their Twitter account. I also got from Control Station Enclave that he was blocked on Instagram by them. So, the more evidence, the better. Because this group needs to be held accountable. And apparently they do not like being held to account. I just got kicked from my own server. But that is going to be it for this stream. Because I just got kicked from my fucking own server because Bethesda. Microsoft! Unfuck your shit!
Because the player was idle for too long, that's why.
Yeah, I know, but that's dumb. I pay money for that server. That's dumb. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this live stream and interview. Thank you, Silent, for joining me today. It has been a pleasure.
Oh, not a problem. I actually got to get prepared for my Diablo 2 Twitch stream because I am giving away items like you wouldn't freaking believe for Diablo 2 Resurrected. So
and thank you to my co-host, as always. Valley Ranger, you've done very little as usual. You are way too silent. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. Be you Brotherhood, be you Enclave, this wasteland has no room for idiots like the EAF. It's time to put aside our political differences, our ideological clan differences, and rally behind the old Star-Spangled Banner and kick these communist wannabes up the fucking ass. Or should I be more accurate? Nazi wannabes.
Nazi wannabes. I have to agree with you on that one at least.
But anyway, folks, until next time, see you later. And I will be doing another video at some point to show Medic's evidence that he provided, but not as of right now.
Yeah, stay.
See you later, folks.